Hey, Keegan Remy here again, and you are currently still smoking. You want to quit? Well, if you've watched the last videos, you would now have an awareness of your subconscious mind, the language it speaks, and how to just talk to that voice within our heads, and gain some information from it. Then we went into learning about how to listen to your body in a way that supports you being free from cravings, having power over that desire. In this video, our purpose is to help you recognize what failure, that word failure, what it means, and bust all the myths about the other ways of smoking and why they haven't worked for you. Let's look at e-cigs, let's look at lozenges, patches, gum. What do they all have in common? They still have the nicotine inside of them. So you are still introducing to your body that toxin and giving your body, like your ecosystem of your body, the biology, this supplement. So it's still receiving it. It's like, oh, well, I'm still getting it, so I'm supposed to still receive it. So even though your mind is saying I want to quit, your body is still used to receiving, so it's going to continue to ask for it. The reports on this are like 23% of people actually quit from using these methods, and only 15% continue to stay free a year later. I'd be curious to hear that number 2 years later, 3 years later. But that's really low numbers. Okay, my program, the clients that I work with in the subconscious reprogramming that we do, addressing the core issue of why you really think you need the cigarette. When we address this thing, I have like a 95% success rate. You always find a way to free yourself from that prison of thinking you can't live without them. Something else I want to make sure that I mention to you all, which is just like, okay, the friends you keep and the rituals that you perform on your regular day-to-day basis will continue to support that same lifestyle of being a smoker. And you're probably already aware of this. Okay, so if you're the kind of person who keeps company with smokers, do you think that's wise while you're quitting? If you continue to have rituals where after food I go to my balcony and I smoke, or with my drink I always have a cigarette. If that's a ritual that you always have, it's time to start rewriting them. What's a new way for you to do that action, that behavior, with a twist? When you start to really sink your teeth into this way of thinking about your behavior, your rituals, it's not only going to help you quit smoking, it's going to help develop your assertiveness so that you can say you want to do something and then you do it. It's going to help your abilities to just stop being a people pleaser. So trying to make people happy because you're considering what do they need. Instead of pleasing that little voice in your head, you're going to effort to make a payment of your time and your energy to stop those negative thoughts. Stop those thoughts of, I can't live without this cigarette. I can't handle my stress or my boredom without the cigarette. So when you're listening to this, it may sound like, oh man, this is going to be work, this is going to be hard. And you may think it is if this is the perspective of, I gotta do this. If instead, you can flip this thing on its head and create an inspired mission, where there's inspiration that drives you. One of the things that I do with clients is you're gonna sit down, okay, this is what I want you to do. This is amazing. And you're gonna grab a piece of paper, a pen. I want you to write 100 benefits of quitting smoking. At 100, you're gonna go through the list of all the basics of like because I'll have better health, because my skin will clear up, because I'll be able to taste food again, because I'll be able to have my teeth stop being yellow, because I won't cough, because I won't have bad sinuses, because I'll be sexier, because I'll be more attractive, because you'll start to go through all of the surface level stuff and then go deeper. Because then I'll be able to live long enough to see my grandkids. Because then I'll be able to go up and down stairs without panting and almost passing out. Because then I'll be able to be an example to the friends and loved ones around me that change is possible. Maybe I'll inspire my friend who's an alcoholic or a drug abuser to think that they can make a change too. You get all these other reasons that will go, because then I'll have enough money saved up from not spending it on cigarettes, and enough time saved up from not spending it on cigarettes, that I could go on a holiday. All these ideas will come through, and when you have like that many driving forces behind what you're doing, it doesn't become a chore, it doesn't become work, and it's like, oh, I gotta do it. You're excited, okay? This vision, like Arnold Schwarzenegger says, it will drive you towards your goal. This vision will make it so that every cigarette you say no to, it's not hard and at work, it's exciting because you know that's bringing you one step closer to that vision being a reality. So do this, write this list out, realize you are not a failure, the attempts you've made are a failure. Those things only didn't succeed because you were still introducing something to your system. You were still continuing to hold the same company. So consider those behaviors, consider those friends, and right now you're just setting yourself up to release these cigarettes, okay? I don't think I have anything else for you, that's it. So do that exercise, and I'll see you in the next video.